Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Oh, hey there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. And if you are a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. If it's your first time here, this is Oliver, and he has really good timing. He is my unofficial co-host. But anyways, like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and all that jazz. Today, I will be unboxing... Here comes the cat. If I move this, will you... Move that out of the way. He can't help but chew on bags like this. No matter what. Pets, I tell you. Anyways, I will be unboxing the SONY Pictures Classics 30th Anniversary 4K Collection. I got this as an early Christmas gift, which is nice because I really needed something to open and talk about. But this is from the in-laws, so thanks to them. Pretty much every year they ask, what I want for Christmas or whatever, and I just basically tell them whatever box set that I don't really want to buy myself that comes out around Christmas time to get me that. So that was this year. So let's get into this thing. Okay, so there it is with the plastic off. It's got this, I almost dropped the whole fucking thing everywhere. Yeah, so it's got the information with all the movies here. So why don't I read that quick, just so you can tell. If you don't know, if your internet's broken and you don't know how Google works, or one of those things, I'll tell you what films are in this box set. It is an 11 film 4K collection. I don't know why it's 11 and not just 10 or 12, because the Columbia Classics, which is also Sony, those sets are 6 movies each, so it made more sense for this just to be 6 or 12. I don't know. It's weird. It's odd that they would pick a literal odd number like 11. I don't get it. Why not put 30 movies in here? It's the 30th anniversary, I say. Make a nice $500 set. Or more so. Anyways, it is Orlando, the Celluloid Closet, which is a documentary that doesn't really ever get physical media releases, so that's a really cool pick. City of Lost Children, SLC Punk, Run Lola Run, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I'm glad to have that one for my Best Picture collection, finally. The Devil's Backbone, Guillermo del Toro movie, Volver, Synecdoche, New York, Still Alice, and Call Me By Your Name. And lucky me, the only movie on this entire box that I already own is Call Me By Your Name on Blu-ray. So that's the only one I have a duplicate copy of. Not too bad. What do you call the sticky stuff that's like, keeps your J cards on? I just call them boogers. I don't know about anyone else. I am a child, so that's what I call them. So here's the outside artwork with all the various movie posters on there. I've only seen like 2 of these movies. Well, 3, I think, actually. So be very interested to finally catch up, you could say, on all of these. I might actually switch angles here to further show you what's going on. Okay, that works well enough. Here's my nice little weird box I have my tripod always sitting on. So it opens like so. Very cool. Let me try to center it. So there is all 11 movies in there, plus the booklet, and they all have individual slipcovers, which is cool. Let's just go through this booklet quick. So it says 30 years, Sony Pictures Classics. Like I said, they've made a lot of good movies over the years. It's a very interesting, eclectic collection of films. So there's all the movies there. Sure, it gives you a background of the company in general. Not quite as fancy as the big hardcover books, that come with the Columbia Classics sets. But cool nonetheless. Tells you about each movie and like its Oscar wins and such like that. So that is neat. Let's go through these bad boys. Okay. Orlando. Here is... Oh, that must be the back. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of this movie until they announced this set, to be honest. And the artwork on there is very blurry. They could have picked a better screenshot to put on the cover. But like I said, Tilda Swinton and Billy Zane, that alone would make me watch it, because those 2 actors are always fun to watch. And it's a hip, sexy, and wickedly fun movie, so that's good to know. It does look like it has like beautiful costumes and such. It seems like it would be a Sony Pictures Classics movie. Ooh, I like the different artwork on this case itself. And then you got the classic, no pun intended, Sony Pictures Classics little banner that's always been on there, Blu-rays and stuff up there. So this one has some special features too, audio commentaries, or select scene commentaries. So at least they put some decent features on what I would say is a fairly unknown movie. Very cool. And it's not like, they're not packed in here like crazy tight, which is nice. So you can actually like get them out. All right. So here's that celluloid closet film. This is people they interview for the film, lots of good stars. But essentially I think this is basically a documentary about homosexuality in Hollywood at the time. Well, same picture on that one, but I don't think they made tons and tons of posters for this, since I think it was like an HBO documentary or something. Very cool though. It's a very interesting film to have in here. And honestly, I think this might be the first documentary I've ever owned. Now that, at least like right now, which is funny. I just don't have a lot of documentaries. So yeah, there's audio commentaries, things of that nature, additional commentaries, 21 deleted interviews. So that's probably enough to make a whole other movie by itself. Very cool. 1995 this came out. So these are all in chronological order in this box set, it seems like. Okay, so there is. I've always wanted to see this. It's a very interesting looking movie. I always remember this image. And this one has Ron Perlman in it. I think he's the only English-speaking actor in the film. The most astounding visuals of 95, 96, and maybe 82. So I'm guessing they took a long time to make this movie. Covered all those years. Beautiful artwork on this one. I love that. Let's take a look at the special features here. So you got multiple commentaries, both from the same person, which is kind of... Oh, the one has the Ron Perlman on it too, so that's cool. Some archives, trailers, things of that nature. Very nice. This came out in, I think, 95 or 96, I believe. See if I can read the thing. I think it says 95 on there as well. Forget if I showed you the disc on the last one, but I'm guessing it looked like the rest of the case. Because that kind of seems the way they're going. At least they have pretty disc art on them, so points for trying. The slip looks different than the case on at least 2 out of the 3 of these so far. SLC Punk. Here's a movie that I remember everyone in high school watching, and I just had no interest because of it. But I do like Matthew Lillard, so I'd be interested in seeing him in this finally. It's about the punk rock era, essentially. Oof. Yeah, there's the classic poster I remember seeing all the time. Special features on that one. Audio commentary from the director and actor. That's cool. Comic book gallery trailers. Yep, so it's in the mid 80s, in the punk scene essentially, and this came out in 1999. Like I said, I've only seen I think 3 of these movies out of 11. Oh, okay, Run Lola Run. This one's only like 80 minutes long, so you know I might watch this one first just because it's so short. You can kind of stick it in wherever. They're doing good work on these. I would definitely get another one of these sets if they packed it with some good movies. Sony is king of the collector's set market at the moment, in my opinion. They're pumping out some good stuff. 2 commentaries there as well. Multiple featurettes, music videos, and trailers. And this one came out in 1999 as well. 1998. According to the case, I don't know. Don't quote me. All right, here's one of them I have seen, but I literally remember nothing about it other than like the while you're fighting stuff. So, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon with Chow Yun-fat, Michelle Yeoh, and Zhang Zi. If I probably said that horribly wrong. But yeah, this sort of started the wire fu movement of the 2000s here. I remember I worked at the movie theater right when this came out, so could have seen it there, but I never did. I didn't see it for a few years later, at least. And then haven't seen it since. Best Picture nominee. Ang Lee directed this, yep. And that won foreign film, I believe, that year, among a couple other things. So yeah, you got commentaries with the director, cinematographer, anniversary edition, 6 deleted scenes, 3-part documentary. Very cool. Trailers. And this came out in 2000, I believe, yep. This, I think, is the only one in the set that already has a 4K, but I think they added like Dolby Vision to this disc, so it is different. I don't know special feature wise if it's any different, but it does, I believe, have Dolby Vision, unlike the original one. This one I was, I'm always thinking about getting on Criterion, and glad I never did. Devil's Backbone by Guillermo del Toro. So I'm very excited. I've never seen this. I really want to watch this one. There's the original poster there. Already special video? There they are. So multiple commentaries, one with the cinematographer as well, storyboards, anything like that on a Guillermo del Toro movie is worth watching because he's just an amazing artist all around. So the Criterion Blu-ray, I'm glad I never pulled the trigger on. Now they just got to release a 4K version of, what's the other one? Not Pan's Labyrinth, but the other one that he has on Criterion. Can't think of it right now. Here is Volver, an Almodovar film with Penelope Cruz. This is another one I have not seen, but I do remember it coming out in the theaters. If I'm not mistaken, she got nominated for Best Actress for this. And she was nominated just last year for another film she did with the same director. Audio commentary from the director and Cruz. Making of, interviews, tribute to Penelope Cruz. Makes it sound like she's dead. 2006. So yeah, I did work at the theater still when this came out, and I do remember that. Actually, I like this cover a lot. This is probably one of my favorite covers out of all these so far. Here's a weird one that I have seen. Synecdoche, New York. I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's one of my all-time favorite actors. Live or dead, tragically. But yeah, this is a Charlie Kaufman written and directed film. It is a weird one. It's definitely one I need to watch again, but I did enjoy it. I honestly forgot that it had Michelle Williams in it. It's like one you have to watch more than once to understand. Yeah, there's the classic poster. I remember that. But I'm a huge fan of Adaptation, being John Malkovich, and Eternal Sunshine. This is probably my least favorite of all four of those movies because it's so weird and hard to follow in a way. But I've also only seen it once. Tom Noonan is fantastic in this too. He is a good actor who never gets enough credit. The screenplay for this was just so nuts that they like essentially forced Charlie Kaufman to direct it because no one else could possibly understand it as well as him. So I think this was the first film he directed, if I'm not mistaken. Synecdoche, New York. Very clever movie, but very, very odd. And requires at least multiple viewings. Then we got Still Alice, the Oscar-winning performance from Julianne Moore, which I still need to see for whatever reason. But Alec Baldwin, Kristen Stewart as well. Believe she suffers from early onset dementia in this film. Yep, that's the regular DVD/poster cover there. I'll show you the special features in a second because I just realized I forgot to. So this one has got deleted scenes, featurettes, and interviews. All of them have a solid amount of special features. Nothing amazing. Nothing Columbia Classics level, like, entire extra films and TV shows, but a respectable amount nonetheless. And finally, we have Call Me By Your Name, which is, kind of a problematic movie with the whole age difference of the characters. But other than that, it's a beautifully made movie, and Timothée Chalamet is fantastic. Timothée Chalamet. And it has Michael Stuhlbarg in it, who I have always loved. So there's the original poster design there. I do want to see Bones and All as soon as I get a chance, too. Just talking about this movie makes me hungry for peaches. I don't know about you. So snapshots of Italy, conversations with Armie Hammer, Timothée Stuhlbarg, and the director, Luca. Commentary by Timothée and Stuhlbarg. I love Michael Stuhlbarg. I already said that, but I love Michael Stuhlbarg. Mystery of Love. And this came out in, I believe, 2017. And there's the disc. So with the exception of, I believe that Celluloid Closet, they all have different artwork on the slip cover than the case. But given the fact that I think that was like a TV documentary, not so bad. Let's put this away. So that is it. That is the Sony Pictures Classics 30th Anniversary Collection. Like I said, I was very, very fortunate and got this as a gift. This thing is about 200 200-ish dollars right now. I think it's just over 200 on Amazon, like 202 or something like that. It was higher. I think it started at like, what, 250, and then it went down to like 230. Now it's at like 202. Would I recommend paying 200-ish or more dollars on it? Depends on how much you love the movies, obviously. But just to scale with like the Columbia Classic sets, and that there's half as many movies in those compared to this, but those are a little bit nicer sets, I would say, overall. I would say 150 or so would be where it should be, around 14, 15 bucks a movie. Since they're all 4Ks, that's pretty reasonable. But if you don't have any of them, or if you're like me and you have only one of these, it's not a bad pickup. And it's a very interesting set of films that I am very excited to finally get into, because you know me, I buy all these movies and never have time to watch them. And before I forget, because I know I will be doing an Academy Award winners, so a best picture, I call it, tournament on my channel on Wednesday, December 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have several guests on it. I'm already done a bunch of Instagram posts on the subject, so check those out. Check out my guest links and all that fun stuff. Those will be in the descriptions. I just didn't want to forget to mention that. That is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.
Shop, pop, movies.